Zila's antennae quivered as she stared at the sensor readings. Something was wrong. Very wrong. That can't be right, she muttered, her six-fingered hand dancing across the holographic interface of her scout ship. The readings remained unchanged. A massive vessel had just entered the outer boundary of the Tholian system, her home. The ship was impossible. According to her database, it matched no known configuration of any species in the galactic concordate. But there was something about its design that triggered a distant memory from her academic studies. Something from the ancient texts. Computer, cross-reference vessel configuration with historical archives, including mythological references. The computer hummed, its crystalline core pulsing with light. After several moments, it responded in its emotionless voice, match found. 89.7% probability, human warship, Devastator class. Zila's 3 hearts skipped simultaneously. Humans? That's impossible. They're just legends. Everyone in the galaxy knew the stories of humans, the violent, unpredictable, terrifyingly resilient species that had supposedly existed millennia ago. The species that, according to ancient texts, had fought the harvester swarm to near extinction before disappearing into the void. But they were just stories meant to frighten younglings' cautionary tales about pride and aggression. Weren't they? Computer opened communication channel to Tholian High Command. Unable to comply. Communications are being jammed. Zila's scales paled from vibrant purple to a sickly gray. If this truly was a human vessel, her tiny scout ship was in grave danger. She had to warn her people. The sensors beeped again. The massive ship had altered course. It was heading directly toward her. Evasive maneuvers. She yelled, though there was no crew to hear her command. Force of habit from her training simulations. Her hands flew across the controls, and the scout ship banged hard, engines straining as she pushed them beyond safety parameters. Too late. A tractor beam locked onto her vessel, freezing it in space. Zila's breath came in rapid gasps as her ship was slowly pulled toward the behemoth. According to legend, humans dissected other species for scientific curiosity. Would she become just another specimen? Her communication panel lit up. Someone was hailing her. With trembling fingers, she accepted the transmission. The view screen flickered, and Zila found herself staring at a creature straight from mythology. It had no scales, feathers, or exoskeleton, just smooth, pale skin. No antennae, sensory ridges, or auxiliary limbs, just a flat face with 2 eyes, a protruding nose, and a mouth filled with omnivorous teeth. It was wearing some kind of uniform with strange symbols on the shoulder. A human. Tholian vessel. This is Captain Elena Reyes of the United Earth Defense Force ship Dauntless. Do not attempt to flee. We mean you no harm. The words were translated into perfect High Tholian, which shocked Zila almost as much as the human's appearance. You can't be real, Zila managed, her voice barely a whisper. Humans are extinct. You're just stories. The human captain raised an eyebrow. I assure you, we're quite real, and very much alive. But the texts say you disappeared after the Harvester War. Over 3,000 cycles ago. A smile spread across the human's face, revealing more of those unnerving teeth. We didn't disappear. We withdrew. Watched. Waited. The galaxy wasn't ready for us then. And now, the harvesters have returned to the Sagittarius arm. Your people are in their path. We've come to fulfill an old promise. Zila's memories flashed to her childhood lessons, how the ancient Tholians had supposedly fought alongside the mythical humans against the harvester swarm, how the humans had sacrificed their homeworld to save dozens of other species. It couldn't be true. Could it? If you're really human, then prove it. The legends speak of your kind's incredible resistance to... Before she could finish, the transmission shifted to a wider view. Behind Captain Reyes stood dozens more humans, working at various stations. But what made Zila gasp was the massive viewport behind them, showing hundreds, no, thousands of warships emerging from what appeared to be a spatial rift. "The Harvester Vanguard will reach your homeworld in 14 days, Captain Reyes said. "We've been monitoring their advance for decades. Humanity hasn't forgotten our allies. Zila Thal Vox of House Imminent Sunrise." Zila froze. "How do you know my name?" "We've always been watching. Now, would you like to come aboard? Your people need to know that the legends have returned, and this time, we're here to stay." As her ship was guided into the massive hangar bay of the human warship, Zila realized the galaxy was about to change forever. The legends weren't just real, they had been waiting in the shadows all along, and the Harvesters were about to learn why the ancient texts spoke of humans with such terrified reverence.